shall we talk beach cleaning? Because today is World Environment Day. I know, I'm very excited about it. A Jersey organisation and a charity have paired up to do some good today, which we love. Plastic Free Jersey and Les Amis, you know them too, have been down at Waynay Beach learning how to use a nerdulator. What's an nerdulator? We're going to learn more about that in a minute. Also, beach clean bingo and making beach art with rubbish that they found on the beach. It's lovely. I've just seen the photos of it. It's so good. And what is on earth a nerdulator? I hear you cry. What is it? I know, I need to know all about it. I asked environmentalist Sheena Brockie about the nerdulator, of course, as well as getting more details on the morning.
So today I went down and met with Les Amis on the beach at Waynay, and we put up our nerdulator, which is a sand sifting trommel that takes the plastics out the sand. So we set that up this morning with Les Amis, and we had a trial of that, although we didn't get too much out of the sand. And then we did a beach clean.
It sounds like a lovely morning. I mean, lovely in the sunshine as well. I mean, it was a little bit cloudy this morning when I was walking to work, but the sun's come out now, so I'm guessing it was quite a lovely morning, do some really important work.
It was beautiful. The tide had gone out, beautiful blue sea, blue sky, and we were wandering along, chatting, and the beach clean at the same time. So it's a really delightful morning.
Let's talk about the nerdulator, because I've never heard of this before, and I'm super excited to learn a little bit more about it. What is it? What does it do?
So we call it the nerdulator, but that's our name for it. So when you put the sand through the nerdulator, it's basically like a tombola almost, but it's got sieve. It's almost like a sieve. So when you put the sand in and you turn it like a tombola, the sand falls through the sieve pieces, and then you end up with the nurdles or microplastics in the drum of the nerdulator.
Oh, amazing. What are some of the things you found this morning on the beach clean and also with the nerdulator as well?
So the nerdulator, we didn't find much actually within the sand on the high tide mark. There's only a tiny piece of sand there that's not rocks. So that didn't surprise me, but it was more about showing people. But on our beach clean, so when you walk on the path between Waynay towards St Brelad, on the path there, it's really well known for being a collection point for nurdles and for microplastics. And nurdles are those, they're about the size and shape of a lentil, but opaque in colour. And they're the pre-production pellets of all the things that are made from plastic. So, these are spill from the refineries or from the manufacturers where they're making our plastic products.
I mean, I've never heard anything like that before, so it's really good to kind of educate yourself as well, because you probably, day to day, when you're having a little walk down near Waynay towards St Brelad, would you not notice them really?
No, if you look at all of our beaches, they're super clean. They are. We don't have a lot of large pieces of pollution, but it's when you slow down and look down, and they kind of look like big pieces of sand, or you don't realise until you stop and look. But most beaches at the high tide mark where there's sand, if you have a look down, you'll see these tiny little balls, the size of a lentil, and you'll see just how prolific they actually are.
Oh my gosh, see, I never knew that. I learn something every day. And on the beach clean itself, did you find anything unusual? Was this the usual like rope, plastic, litter?
Yeah, so, sweet and crisp packets, cigarette butts, which are ubiquitous, really. We found a couple of toy soldiers and some fishing weights, fishing rope, so many dog poo bags full of dog poo, which was quite a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, with everything we saw, fishing rope, just bigger pieces of plastic that are broken down as well into these small pieces that you can't really tell what they've come from.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, whenever I'm walking along the beach, I try and pick stuff up if I see anything that's big, and like packets of crisps and things like that, the usual things. It sounds like you've had a really lovely morning doing some really important work as well. And you were with Les Amis, which must have been really nice and rewarding for the Les Amis crew as well.
Yeah, there's such a great crowd. We've had a really good laugh, chatted loads as we've walked, and it's been such a beautiful morning, really beautiful. And they're still down there now. They're set up for the day, and we've left the nerdulator and all the beach clean boxes down there. So if you want to go down and get involved, have a beach clean, you can still do that. We're doing some art on the beach just now when I left them. So yeah, lots going on still.
And I'm going to ask you a final question that hopefully will help us out today on World Environment Day. What is one thing that we could do each day to help out with the plastic problem that's going on, is so prominent in our lives at the moment, but sometimes we push aside? What is one thing we can do each day to help out with that?
I just think if the decisions we make or the buying choices that we make, if you just take that second to rethink, is there a non-plastic alternative? Can I do this a different way that's more environmentally friendly? Until it becomes part of our norm, our day-to-day actions, until to question our choices. And it just needs to take a few seconds. And it might be something you can't change, but at least you've thought about it, and in future you might be able to manifest those changes.